Hello, my fellow world travelers. So, do you have an upcoming trip overseas? Well, I have just the series for you. So, in previous videos, I have discussed how to pack your suitcase for an international trip. And then also, I did a video on how to pack your carry-on for an international trip. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to pack your personal item for an international trip. I'll be using a travel purse, but this isn't just for women, it's for men too. Men can use a stylish man bag or a crossbody bag or a waist bag or something like that, because there's a lot of things that you might want to carry around while you're traveling. So the travel bag isn't just for women, men are gonna need it too. So if you haven't taken a look at my previous videos, I invite you to do so because this is a series and I'm kind of building on what I've talked about before. But either way, let's get to the content of this video. Now for the personal item. This is not the purse that I use for everyday use at home, but this is my travel purse and I love it. It is not the kind of purse that has a metal cord in the strap. Some of them do that, and that's an added safety measure so a pickpocketer doesn't just cut the strap and then run off with your purse. This does not have that. So if that feature is important to you, then you would need to get a different kind of purse. But this one really meets my needs. I love it. It has lots of pockets. And the thing that I love most about it is it has a pocket for a water bottle on the side. And I don't take a water bottle with me to the airport. You're not going to be able to take a water bottle, not with water in it anyway, through airport security. So I just wait until I go through the first security checkpoint and then I buy a bottle of water in the airport. And if I can find this kind with a flip top lid, this is the one that I get. And then I keep this throughout my whole entire vacation and then I just refill it. Because that way I'm not having to always screw on and screw off the lid and touch the lid with my fingers and things like that. I can just flip this off, take a drink, and then be on my way. It's just easier and cleaner. And this purse has this pocket on the side that the water bottle fits in there so perfectly, and I love it. I won't go through every single little doodad on this list, but you can take this list and fill up your personal item with all the essentials that I've deemed really, really necessary, and I hope that really works for you. But I do want to take a moment to tell you something really important to put into your purse. When you're traveling, be sure to have toothbrush and toothpaste in your purse, especially if you're taking an international flight overseas and you're going to be on that plane for like 10 hours. You're going to want to brush your teeth. Some airlines give you a cute little pouch when you're traveling overseas, and it has a toothbrush and toothpaste in it. And it also has some other great supplies for your long flight. But you can't totally count on them having this for you, so it's always best to bring your own supplies. So keep these in your purse so that they're really handy and you can get to them really easily. Another thing that you'll want in your purse really handy is some medicine. Now, if you have any essential things that are essential to your well-being or your health, be sure to have that in your purse or your carry-on. Do not put that in your checked luggage, because if your checked luggage gets lost, you're going to be up a creek without those things. So for example, if you sleep with a CPAP machine, have that in your carry-on or on your body. If you have important meds that you need every day, have that with you. And eye contacts. If you wear contacts, be sure to have those with you in your carry-on or your personal item. I learned that the hard way. I checked my contacts in my checked luggage and it was lost for my whole vacation and I was on the struggle bus without my contacts. So you get to learn from my failures. Don't do that. Now, when you travel in Europe, this is not nearly as much of a problem as when you travel to a third world country or some country where the water is not safe to drink. But when you're in a situation where the water is not safe to drink, then it's very common that people will have tummy issues, meaning diarrhea. So be sure to have medicine for that right on you in your purse at all times. Because if you happen to be on a tour bus and your suitcase is packed way underneath the bus and it is not accessible at all, and then suddenly you need some medicine for that sort of situation, you want to have that on you, easily accessible. Also, don't keep it in the box or the bottle that it comes in, because that's going to be too bulky. Just take it right out of the package, and many times it's in this bubble wrap sort of situation, and if it's not written on the back, which it usually is, but if it's not written on the back what the medicine is, then just put it right on there with a piece of tape or a Sharpie. Write what the medicine is and how often you should take it, or the dosage or whatever. So write it right on there, and then just slip this right into your purse. It'll hardly take up any room, and if you need it, you'll be so glad it's there. And if for any reason you might have trouble with motion sickness, whether it be on a bus or a boat or whatever, then have some C-bands handy right there in your purse, or motion sickness medicine. Now, sometimes motion sickness medicine makes you tired, so you might want to avoid that. If the C-bands work for you, then this is a really good alternative. And this doesn't take up much room. You can keep this in your purse really easy. And one more thing that's really important to have in your purse is some bug repellent wipes. Because if you're out late at night, say you're stargazing or having a beautiful boat ride or looking at a sunset or something like that, you don't want being bitten up by the bugs to ruin the moment. So just have this with you, and you can just put this on at any time that you need it. And then you can have several more packets of it in your suitcase, but have one packet ready and easily available in your purse. One thing that's really special to do as you're traveling around Europe is visiting the many beautiful, ornate churches, cathedrals, and basilicas. And if you do visit those, it'd be a really good idea to have an all-purpose scarf in your purse. Because if you're wearing shorts, you can tie this scarf around you like a skirt, and it'll cover you up down to your knees, which is required for visiting basilicas. Or if you're wearing spaghetti straps or something really, really short sleeved, then you can put it around you like a shawl and it'll cover your shoulders. So it's really important and culturally required to keep yourself covered up in those ways. And before you head off to Europe, it's a really good idea to head to your bank and order some euros. And that way you have those handy right when you get to the airport, so you have it for taxis or whatever. And then as soon as you can, make change and get some euro coins. And that is really important to have on hand for tips and toilets and other things like that. Be sure to have supplies for European toilets. You may need to have your own toilet paper, and you may need a euro to use the toilet, or maybe a 50-cent piece. Hanging on the outside of my purse, I like to keep hand sanitizer. And you can certainly keep it inside your purse, but it's really handy and easy to get to right here. And then a pro tip is you're going to want to put a name tag on everything. So luggage tags are not just for your suitcase, it's for your camera bag and your backpack and your purse and any other thing that has the potential of getting lost or stolen or left behind, and you want to see it again, put a name tag on it. Now, you can find really, really cute ones on Amazon or personalized ones in other places, but this is just the one that I happen to have handy, so this is the one I'm using right now. One more super helpful thing that you might consider doing when you travel is putting a little wrist strap on your phone. I don't have this wrist strap on my phone at all times, but when I travel, I do, because I'm one that takes pictures everywhere. So if I put my wrist through here and then I'm dangling my phone over the edge of a boat or through a grate or something like that, then I know if just in case I happen to drop it, I have a safety net and my phone is not going to go into the abyss. So I like to have this on my phone when I travel. So now we have the carry-on item packed, which is the backpack. We have the personal item packed, which is my travel purse, and the suitcase packed too. And now we're all ready to head out, and I'm going to Croatia. So I think I've covered all of my packing tips and tricks with you. If you have any other packing tips and tricks that you want to share, I would love for you to put them down in the comments because I want to hear them too. Now, as far as travel tips, that's a totally separate video. I have so many travel tips to share with you. So watch out for that video another time. But for right now, I gotta head to Croatia. So when it comes to packing for Europe, we can do it.